Thanks for joining us. I'm Don Nelson. Here are your top headlines. The suspect in an officer-involved shooting over the weekend has been identified. Police say 49-year-old Sydney Holst of Caldwell died of a single gunshot wound after an hours-long standoff at a house off Yoder Avenue, not far from Lake Lowell. Authorities say it began with a domestic disturbance call around 8:30 Sunday morning. When deputies arrived, they say they found Holst barricaded inside the home. Officers say they tried to negotiate with him over the phone, but Holst walked out the back door at about 1:30. Police say he was holding a handgun and raised it at two deputies who were forced to open fire. Holst died at the scene. No deputies were injured. The two who fired their weapons will be placed on administrative leave per agency protocol. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare wants to hear from you about possible work reporting requirements for Medicaid. Officials listened to testimony from folks on both sides of the issue at a public hearing today. The waiver application would implement requirements for those hoping to participate in Medicaid expansion, requiring them to prove they either work or volunteer 20 hours a week and are in a work training program 20 hours a week, or are students attending a post-secondary program at least part-time. If applicants don't meet those requirements or submit their information, they'd lose coverage.
Basically, all we're trying to do is make people accountable for what the government is giving them and saying you should at least be participating in what you're getting from the citizens of Idaho.
There are exemptions for people under the age of 19 and over 59, as well as caregivers or people incapable of work due to factors such as a disability. Those who spoke up against the waiver are saying implementing it could cause a second gap, since missing a single deadline could result in loss of coverage. Others, including Medicare recipients, leaders with the Children's Trust Fund, and doctors, also spoke up about what they see as the potential harms of work requirements in general.
Work does not create a healthy person. This waiver mandates that you have to work in order to have health coverage. But we all know that in order to work first, you have to be healthy. You have to be able to get to work.
Full details about exemptions are available at our website, 6onyourside.com. A public comment, by the way, runs through September 22nd.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
Well, summer keeps rolling on, right? It's officially summer, but you know, after the long weekend we just had, you expect temperatures to be dropping. Not just yet. Still in the mid-90s. How about this 97? A pair of them in Mountain Home and in Ontario today. 95 in Boise, mid-80s in the Central Mountains, mid to upper 80s, so real warm. Still hot in the Magic Valley as well at 92. And some isolated storms. We had them early this evening. You see them. This is what's tracking in here as of 5:30, heading into the 6 o'clock hour. Some isolated storms could try to make their way towards Mountain Home. I think they're just going to die out as they fall off the mountains here. It's a little bit more moisture to the west as well. It's generally hot and dry. No storms here, but we look at the water vapor satellite picture. This pops in. There's a weak disturbance to bring a little cloud cover right here. That's going to go by overnight. It's this system down here that will come through Thursday night, and that could bring some thunderstorms in. Showers and thunderstorms Thursday night right in this region right here, and that will drop the temperature a little bit. Comes up on Saturday, and the bottom drops out. 74 Sunday, 96 tomorrow, 74 on Sunday. That's an update. We'll have another update coming up right here later this evening.